Mark was very close to his little brother Jake. They were more like best friends than brothers. They did everything together before Jake went away to college. And although the distance was hard for Jake too, Mark used to miss his little brother a bit more. One night, Mark had a dream that left him shaken. He found himself standing in a desolate field under a sky filled with swirling dark clouds. He saw Jake there too, standing near a tall ancient tree. The tree's branches were twisted and gnarled, casting mysterious shadows on the ground. Mark noticed that his little brother seemed a bit strange, usually calm, almost serene. This view of his little brother in this strange place was very unsettling for Mark. He woke up and his heart was racing because the dream had felt disturbingly real. Mark called his brother to make sure he was okay, and he was. Jake was running late for his class, so they decided to talk again a bit later. Hearing his brother's voice relaxed him, and Mark also went about his day. Although he wasn't much worried now, the image of Jake by the tree kept haunting him. The next night, the dream returned. This time, the field was darker, the sky more ominous. Jake was still standing by the tree, but his figure was faint, almost like a ghost. "It's okay, Mark. You have to let go," Jake said. Mark woke up and drenched in sweat, a sense of dread gripping his heart. The dream felt like a warning. It was about 4 in the morning and Mark's anxiety was getting out of his control. He decided to call his little brother, but right when he picked up the phone, his phone started ringing. It was his mother. "Oh, little Jake is no more," Mark's mother informed him in a trembling voice. Jake had passed just a few hours ago, and the reason for his passing was still unknown. The pain was immense, and Mark was devastated. The dream had been a bizarre foreshadowing of his brother's fate. In the days that followed, he struggled with grief, replaying the dream in his mind. He realized that Jake had been trying to say goodbye to prepare him for the loss. But how did that happen? How could Mark dream about his brother's tragedy? We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. What Mark experienced was a precognitive dream, also known as prophetic dreams. It's a type of dream in which the dreamer appears to gain information about future events that they have no way of knowing in advance. There are several types of dreams, and it's one of them. Although there is no scientific evidence to prove that precognitive dreams are real, many people have claimed them to be genuine. Dreams are a strange phenomenon that has fascinated humans from the dawn of mankind, and they are really weird if we think about it. A series of images, thoughts, and sensations that involuntarily occur in our mind while we're sleeping, often leaving us puzzled upon waking. The content of dreams can range from the ordinary to bizarre, and their meanings have been the subject of much speculation and interpretation. For example, in old times, ancient cultures used to believe that dreams were a message from gods. Some also used to believe that dreams are basically their subconscious mind, providing insights into one's life and future. There are still a lot of people who believe that dreams have deeper meanings, and they are not just random thoughts in our minds. What makes dreaming or dreams in general even more intriguing is that even in these modern times, where science has been able to answer almost all of our questions, the topic of dreams, however, still remains an uncharted territory for scientists. In our dreams, we sometimes find ourselves in our childhood home, school, or reliving a memory that happened years ago. Not only we do see things, but we also feel some type of way while having those dreams. As per scientific explanation, these types of dreams are pretty normal. In fact, one of the most common ones. As per a study conducted in 2021, more than 53% of dreams can be linked back to one or multiple old memories and experiences. Scientists even believe that dreams are not only old memories, but sometimes can also inspire new dreams. This may sound a bit strange, but there is scientific evidence to back this up. We know how our brain processes information. Researchers have proved that our brain stores new information in the long-term memory. So when we sleep, our brain can play those old memories and events, often mixing them up in weird sequences. Theories such as the activation synthesis hypothesis suggest that dreams result from brain's attempt to make sense of random neural activity during sleep. Lucid dreaming. One of the craziest types of dreams is lucid dreaming, where the dreamer is aware that they are dreaming and can sometimes even control the dream's content. Scientists do acknowledge that lucid dreaming is real and possible. Studies using EEG, electroencephalography, and other neuroimaging techniques have demonstrated that certain areas of brain are active during lucid dreaming, distinguishing it from regular dreaming. Can you imagine entering a world where everything is real and fake at the same time? You know that you're dreaming and you can do whatever you want, go wherever you want, and control everything. People who have mastered lucid dreaming have shared that they have experienced the sensation of flying and exploring different landscapes from above. Many lucid dreamers said they have communicated with their favorite fantasy characters who don't actually exist in reality, and even with their celebrity crushes. Lucid dreaming sounds fascinating and creepy at the same time. However, it is to be noted that mastering lucid dreaming is extremely hard and requires a lot of practice and patience. Nightmares or distressing dreams that can cause feelings of fear, anxiety, or terror are other phenomena that are hard to fathom. Most of the time, when we have these nightmares, we try to link them with a past memory or experience, like after watching a horror movie or listening to a horror story. However, scientists believe some other specific reasons causing nightmares. According to the scientists, stress, anxiety, trauma, sleeping disorders, mental health conditions like schizophrenia, and some specific types of medication. All of these things can be the reason for distressing dreams. Even unhealthy food items can become the reason for spooky dreams. This is the scientific explanation. However, a lot of people tend to delve into other religions and ancient cultures to find the answers because of the messed up nightmares that they have experienced. For example, the Egyptians believed that nightmares were messages or warnings from God. They believed that dreams, including nightmares, were a way for the gods to communicate with the living. The ancient Greeks also associated dreams with gods and supernatural powers. The Greek god Morpheus, the god of dreams, was taught to send dreams to people, and Faulkner was specifically responsible for sending nightmares. They also believed that these nightmares were either some divine messages, a warning, or a punishment from the gods. In Hinduism, nightmares were often interrupted through the lens of karma and spiritual influences. They could be seen as manifestation of unresolved issues, fears, or past life experiences. Dreams are an extremely strange phenomenon that even science finds hard to tackle, mainly because of how immeasurable they are. More than 85% of people forget their dreams after 10 minutes of waking up. Only the dreams that left a deep sensation tend to stay in our memory. In the case of Mark and Jake, Mark could not forget those nightmares because of how disturbing they were for him. He may believe that it was his brother trying to say his farewell through those dreams. But it's also worth mentioning that Mark knew that Jake was a heart patient and has been hospitalized before as well. Scientists believe that memories can inspire a new dream of which we have no recollection. We often dream about things that are related to our past experiences. For example, a swimmer can most probably dream about swimming somewhere he never went, or a teacher can dream about teaching at an unknown place. Maybe in Mark's mind, the memories of Jake being in the hospital and the unfortunate thought of him passing away inspired a new dream that Mark experienced. However, the location of the dream is hard to explain.